Alright, in this one we're going to talk about expanded form and expanded notation. So we've got expanded form and expanded notation. So I can write and explain numbers using expanded form and expanded notation. So I'm going to start by labeling my place value chart. So tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, and 100,000s. We're going to rewrite the number and place the commas correctly. So we just talked about that in the word form section. So remember, it's every third number, and we're going to start at the ones place. So 1, 2, 3, comma, 1, 2, 3, comma. All right, so in our expanded form, we're going to take each number value and add together. So we're going to start with that 3, and the 3 is in the million spot. So we're going to start by writing the value of that 3, which is going to be 3 million. Then we're going to add the next place. We've got our 2. Our 2's in the 100,000 spot, so it's going to be 200,000. Add the next one, we've got our 6. Our 6 is in the 10,000 spot, so it's going to be 60,000. Then we've got our 7. Our 7 is in the 1,000 spot, so 7,000. Plus, we've got our 8. Our 8 is in the 100 spot, so it's going to be 800. Plus 9. Our 9 is in the 10 spot, so that would be 90. And then plus 8. Our 8 is in that 1 spot, so just plus 8. So if you notice, we start with 6 zeros, then 5 zeros, then 4 zeros, then 3, then 2, then 1, then no zeros. So for this number, it goes in that pattern. Okay? Now, expanded notation, we're going to do multiply and add. So it's kind of breaking this number apart. So we're going to start with some parentheses to kind of give us some organization. So again, we're going to start with that 3. And that 3 is in the million spot. So I'm going to multiply that 3 by 1 million. And that in parentheses. So now we've got our 3 million spot. We're going to add that next number. We've got our 2. So parenthesis again, we've got our 2. And the 2's in the 100,000 spot. So I'm going to multiply by 100,000. Plus, I'm going to do parentheses down here so I've got enough space. Plus, the next number is 6. Times, and the 6 is in the 10,000 spot, so times 10,000. Then we've got our 7, so first our parentheses, then we have our 7. And we look at what place that's in. The 7 is in the 1,000 spot, so we're going to multiply by 1,000. Then we've got our 8. Our 8 is in that 100 spot, so we're going to multiply by 100. Plus, and then we're going to put that parenthesis. We've got our 9, which is in the 10 spot, so we're going to take 9 times 10, because it's in that 10 spot. Plus 8 for our last number, and that's in the 1 spot, so 8 times 1. So they're very similar except for the fact that we're multiplying by the place value in expanded notation, and we are just writing the value of each number in expanded form. So let's look at the next one. So we've got tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, and then millions. Okay, so we're going to rewrite that number that's there, and we're going to place our commas correctly. So starting at the ones place, counting over 3. 1, 2, 3, comma, 1, 2, 3, comma. So in our expanded form, remember we're going to write the value of each number and add it together. So the value of that 9, the 9 is in the million spot, so it's 9 million. Plus, now 0. 0's in the 100,000 spot, Since we have a 0, the value is 0,100,000. So we really don't need to waste our time to write that 0. We can just move to the next one, that 5. The 5 is in the 10,000 spot, so it would be 50,000. Then we've got our 6 in the 1,000 spot, so we've got 6,000. Our 1 in the 100 spot, so that would be 100. Our 3 in the 10 spot, so that would be 30. And then a 0 in the 1 spot. Again, adding 0 won't change this expanded form. Adding 0 won't change it, so we're just going to leave that there. Alright, so now let's look at our expanded notation, starting with those parentheses. We've got 9 in the million spot, so we're going to multiply by 1,000,000. Adding that next place value, so we've got 0 in the 100,000s. We don't need to waste our time and multiply by 0 because we know that will be 0. So we've got our 5, so we're going to take our 5 and we're going to multiply that by the 10,000 because it's in the 10,000 spot. So multiplied by 10,000 plus 6 times 1,000 because 6 is in the 1,000 spot plus parenthesis 1 is in the 100 spot, so 1 times 100 plus 3, and 3 is in that 10 spot, so 3 times 10, and we don't have to worry about that last 0 because multiplying by 0 will give us the same thing.